Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Coffee Chats. How is everybody? Good? It's a hot, steamy day. My goodness, it's going to be a hot, steamy week. Today is July 25th. It is Tuesday, July 25th, which means the ice cream social is right around the corner. Woohoo! Next week, next Wednesday. How exciting is that? Just a couple things I want to mention in regards to the weather. Jumping to Thursday, we have an excursion for the paddleboard riverboats. All right, guys, keep it down over there. I'm in trouble. I gotta watch it. Anyway, back to the paddleboard bridge, or paddleboard excursion. It is still going on. I called yesterday. There's plenty of room that's air conditioned within the boat. So please don't let that deter you. It is still going forward. So I want to let you know that. I'll talk a little bit more about that once we get to Thursday, but just there has been some inquiries whether that was going to be canceled or not. So it's up to you. You have to be your own advocate with that, self-advocate. If you are concerned, you can make that decision on your own, but I've decided to continue with that excursion. Also, there was some comments about, or questions about, a upcoming excursion to the Squash Blossom Farms. And there was a set menu for that, and there was a few requests for a vegetarian option, so there will be a vegetarian soup. So if you have not signed up because of the menu, being that there was not like a vegetarian option for you, there is going forward, it's a vegetarian soup, so and some delicious bread. So don't let that stop you from signing up, because it's going to be an amazing excursion. All right, I'll move on to today. So today in Marion Hall we have Terry Kabusta back, and he is discussing Ireland, Scotland, and England, ancient stone structures, and that's at 10 a.m. in Marion Hall. And I'll tell you a little bit about this. So Ireland, Scotland, and England are home to some of the world's oldest stone structures. So you will investigate who built them and why and when. And these questions have puzzled archaeologists for hundreds of years. Let's investigate them today. So that's kind of an interesting topic. Also today at 1 p.m. in Marion Hall is Abby Key is back for our tech class. So that is, I believe, filled up. There's only a certain amount of people that are allowed in that class. So this discussion and class is towards Google Maps, GPS and Google Maps. So please have your device charged and ready to go before showing up at 1 p.m. if you've signed up for that. And she's a wonderful teacher, so we're lucky to have her. And so today, that's at 1. Okay, I'll move on for tomorrow. Wednesday the 26th, of course, is our 1 p.m. We have our TED Talk. It's TED Talks, and the 3 topics for TED Talks are 4 epidemics that almost happened but didn't. Does working hard really make you a good person? And the urgent risks of runaway AI and what to do about them. So those are the 3 topics for TED Talks. And again, Roger is kind enough to have the option of going into the library, and there are links to any of the coffee chats and I believe the TED Talks as well. So if you are unable to watch it because of $9.91, you have another option. Okay. Also on Wednesdays, of course, we have our 1 p.m. cribbage, and on Wednesday, 7 p.m. bingo, woohoo, and 500. And apparently bingo has been quite a hit on Wednesday and in particular Saturday, so that's wonderful. So I'll move on to Thursday, 27th. Again, I had mentioned the paddleboard riverboats, and that's a daily sightseeing cruise, lunch at Casetas in St. Paul. And Casetas is great. Oh, I love Casetas. And it's a 90-minute public excursion, and it's departing from the Harriet Island in St. Paul, and it goes along St. Paul, High Bridge, Pig Eye Cave, the Minnesota River mouth, Pike Island, So it looks like a really interesting excursion. It's a sightseeing cruise. And then, of course, Casetas. And Casetas will be after the riverboat excursion. So that's following that. And again, they have plenty of air conditioning inside space for it. The 28th, Friday, 1 p.m. we have our coffee chats. We have bridge at 1, we have poker at 1 p.m. 4 p.m. is our happy hour, of course, in Marion Hall. And so if you are a new resident, this is a great opportunity for you to meet people that live here. In addition, for those that have this is their home it's been home for a while, it's your opportunity to meet new residents because we have a lot of people coming in. It's exciting for us. And Friday at 7 p.m. is our movie, and that's in Marion Hall, and it's City Slickers. So on the verge of turning 40, an unhappy Manhattan yuppie is roped into joining his two friends on a cattle drive in the Southwest. It's a hilarious movie. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and pop in at 7 p.m. Saturday, of course, 8 a.m. is our men's breakfast, and 7 p.m. is bingo. And I hope everything went better this last Saturday. I have not heard otherwise, so I think it went smoothly with the bingo. And then I just want to mention, of course, we have Ridge Point's annual ice cream social, and that is on August the 2nd, Wednesday, from 5 to 7 p.m. And it sounds like we have there might be some interesting things happening with that, with the 3 residents doing a little before the show. We'll see.
I don't know anything.
Okay. All right. I'm going to hand it over to Jeff. Was there any questions that I can answer, or I'll just hand it over to Jeff? All righty.
Good morning. Good morning. Start with a trivia question. Who won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in the movie City Slickers? Jack Palance. What did he do in, who got that? Who? No. Sharon didn't. No? She caused all kinds of trouble last week and she's already causing it today. Yes. What did he do when he won the Oscar?
One-handed push-ups.
He did a one-handed push-up on the stage. Very good. Okay, I'm going to confess where I'm at with 991 here today. I am chicken bleep to take it completely out for fear of hosing up cable TV in the West Building. And quite honestly, I haven't had enough time to arrange with the support from Canada to have them talk me through it and stuff, so I'm sorry I haven't done a thing on that this week. With Paula out, I've been doing a lot of tours. It's been completely eye-opening with me doing tours, and I cannot tell you how cool it is when you're walking someone around here and someone that lives here says, welcome. It just really, and everyone that I've toured says, oh, it feels nice here, pleasant. And that's what we want to be, that's who we are. Thank you, folks. We rented 3 last week. Paula is working from home. We forward her calls to her house, and she has all the contact with the people and via email or phone, and then she just tells some dumb Norwegian where he's got to be and when he's got to be there, and away we go. Other thing, the heat. Be careful, have your air conditioning on. Housekeepers are not going to clean your apartment if it's not cool. I sit here and I hear Jillian say, we're going on with the Paddleford cruise. My stomach knots up. I go, what the heck are we doing going on that cruise in this heat? Then she says, we're going to Casetas afterwards. So I say, oh, the Paddleford must be in the morning before lunch. And then she says, oh, and by the way, there'll be all kinds of air conditioning on the boat itself. Shame on me for I apologize publicly to you, Jillian, for thinking you didn't plan all that through. So good job. Enjoy the trip. Ice cream social next Wednesday. Yep, that's the weather's going to be a lot better by then, right? Yes. I was telling someone that we've canceled the ice cream social once in my tenure here, and that was because of heat. That was a year that Corey Stringer died, the Viking, when literally they didn't hydrate the athletes because they wanted to toughen them up. That's not that long ago, folks. That was awful, awful time. And the news just said, stay inside, stay hydrated, do this, do that. And we said, we're not gonna have an ice cream social because God forbid something happened. We'd have the news out here saying, have you been living in a hole? What the hell's going on? So we said the heck with it. We have a crane outside the West Building this morning. A big one. And that crane, I thought I had talked about this before, but perhaps I hadn't. Dish TV. It's not Dish TV, it's Dish Wireless. Is renting space on the west roof. Someone asked me this morning how much, I'm assuming you're renting that. Yep. In 1996, through about 2010, we were renting space on our roof like mad. We were bringing in about $15,000 a month on rent. And it just dried up. The technology that they use to transmit signals and repeaters, I don't even know all the words, has gotten so much smaller that they can put them and stronger. They don't need as many places, and it's not as capital intensive to set them up. So it's just easier. It's like you put a smoke detector up and you're good to go. So, but this one is a little different. We're gonna be their central point for, what did I say? Dish Mobile, thank you. And the reason Ridge Point is so attractive is we sit right above Highway 394. So all those commuters that are coming to and from Minneapolis to Wayzata, they need coverage, and we can provide that here. Stay cool, drink lots of water. Does anyone have any questions? John Samuelson.
Tickets for the social, ice cream social, will start today. Concierge will have the tickets. We will also sell tickets, of course, the day out outside.
We're going to start selling tickets for the resident council is going to start selling tickets for the ice cream social. They're available at the east and west desk. Is that during 7 to 3, or are we doing it all day? Do we know?
Let's do it 7 to 3.
Just 7 to 3, and there will be tickets available the day of as well. So bring your family, bring your friends, have some fun. Remember, if you refer someone that moves in, you get $1,000.
I'll set a booth up.
Set a booth up. We're going to put the marketing booth in front of your booth, Norma. Yeah, Roger.
Sometimes I and others give you criticism for things that are not going right.
Yeah.
I want to tell you that 7th floor on the west is absolutely beautiful. And I think that the redecoration has just made a major difference. how I experience it.
Roger likes the redecorating. Boy, and I wish I could take credit for that. But no, it is beautiful, and in my opinion, you ain't seen nothing yet, folks. When that area off the elevator gets done, it's, I think, gonna be really, really, really cool. I've heard that the paint around the elevators is chipping already. So we're probably gonna have to get an epoxy paint or figure out what kind of finish we can put over that. Tomorrow they're going to, that reminds me, I've got to do something on that. We're gonna re-wallpaper the east vestibule where you call when you enter between the two sliding doors. You'll notice the east had all kinds of corners, and the west, the walls are relatively flat. And we use that kind of sparkly, braided, what do you call, weave. Woven, thank you. Wallpaper. And in the east, it got all chipped up and torn and tattered, and it looks like crap. In the west, it's held up really well. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna take off what they did, and they're gonna fur out the walls so they're all nice and flat, and we can get a good wallpaper covering on that. Anything else? Birthdays? Love birthdays. Today is the 25th? Yeah. We've got 3 of them today. Carolyn Bachman, Diane Doty, Ann Lemke. 26th, Dave Stauffer. 28th, Pat Alexander. 29th, Bert Donofsky. Mickey, Mel, how do I say that?
Who are you talking to?
Mickey.
Okay, I thought you said Mel.
I did. Yeah. How do I say your last name? Donofsky, thank you. And Dennis Cirkvenik, the 29th. So we've got a couple Slavs' birthdays, the 29th. All right, and the 30th, that's close enough, Zenalou Benes. And no anniversary, so let's sing happy birthday to our friends. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear friends, happy birthday to you. Have a good week and stay cool. Bye.